Welcome back to See Shaun Vlog. I'm restarting the series that I started last year where we talk about our favourite things in theme parks and other places around the world, and this video is all about my top 5 roller coasters in Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Now, Blackpool Pleasure Beach is one of the closer theme parks to where we live, and I need to go there more often because there's so many good roller coasters there. There's some not so good ones as well, but there's so many good ones. I'm going to mention a couple that haven't made my top 5 list. So they've got the Grand National, and I've only been on that once. And the reason I've only been on that once is because when I rode it I thought I was going to die, because I have no idea how those trains stay on that track. It feels like it's going to derail. And can you believe, like, that ride is so old. People used to stand up on it. There was never any restraints. Like, that's a really, really old one, and I just feel like I'm gonna die when I ride it. So the Grand National has not made my top 5. One of the other roller coasters that hasn't made the list is Infusion, and I like inverted hanging coasters, and this one is just so rough, so rough. I need like a neck restraint, like a neck brace to wear once I've got off that roller coaster, because it needs a bit of TLC. It needs something, because it's so bad. There's also Revolution, which has one loop, but it's a very small, very tight loop, so I come off that with a bit of a headache. There's 10 roller coasters in total at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Another one that I don't like is, well, I do like it, but I feel like I'm going to fall off. Steeplechase. But that's fun, that's interesting. You're riding a horse, it's on a single rail roller coaster. That's an interesting roller coaster. But anyway, you are here for my top 5. There's only 6 left. So if you like this kind of video, give it a massive thumbs up, because it really helps me out. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, I'd really appreciate it if you did that as well, so that you get more content like this, as well as all of the other things that we do. So in 5th place is Avalanche. Avalanche is a really, really unique type of coaster. I think there's only 2 or 3 of them in the world. There might be more than that, but I think it's a very small number, and it really does feel like what I imagine a bobsleigh feels like. It's not very high, but it is very twisty and turny. The car that you're in are kind of like bobsleighs, and they're not attached to a track. You're in the tube, and you go around, and that, like, you do kind of feel like you're gonna fall out, but you're not. And that is a lot of fun. And the station theming when you're in there is quite like Alpine, French Alps kind of theming in there. But I really enjoy Avalanche, and I'd be really interested to know what an up-to-date modern version of that would be like. So number 5 is Avalanche. Number 4 is the Big Dipper. And let's be honest, I'm not the smallest of guys, so it is a bit of a squeeze to sit in the Big Dipper seats. It's kind of scary. It's a wooden roller coaster. It's another really old one. It needs some love, as do quite a lot of rides at Blackpool, to be honest, but I suppose that's part of the appeal, that they are a little bit older. But the Big Dipper shakes you about. I don't feel like I'm going to die like I do on the Grand National, but it shakes you and really rattles your bones. But I really like it. It's a good, fun, old-fashioned coaster, and I'm not a big fan of woodies. I much prefer a steel coaster than a big woody. The Big Dipper would be my number 4 in Blackpool. Number 3. And it's come right in at number 3 because I've only ridden this once and I want to ride it a lot more. I don't know why I was ever scared to ride it, to be honest. And it's the big one, which is the biggest roller coaster there, the tallest one. It's the reason why I was reluctant to ride this in the past is because it's so slow going up that lift hill, and it's very high up there. Then you've got that sharp turn, which basically looks like you're going to go straight into the sea. But it was a lot of fun. a real load of fun, that roller coaster. Yeah, again, a bit rough, but so enjoyable. I really enjoyed that. It's always got, or nearly always got, a pretty long queue as well. But the time we rode it, I think it was like we queued about half an hour last year. But that first drop is exhilarating. The second drop is fun, and it's just a fun ride, a fun roller coaster, and I want to ride it a lot more. So the big one is my number 3. Number 2 might be a bit of a surprise. It's Nickelodeon Streak, which tends to be the first roller coaster, the first ride or roller coaster that I do when I go to Blackpool. It always tends to be that one, mainly because it opens before the rest of them. But again, it's a woody. It's a really old wooden roller coaster. Has to be hand braked when it comes into the station. Like they use a hand brake in the booth to slow it down, and that is such fun. I did record a point of view on that once, but they slowed us down coming into the station and went, delete that. And I was like, alright, okay, never mind. But again, it's a lot of fun. It's fast and it's furious, unlike the Fast and the Furious ride at Universal Studios Orlando, but it is a lot of fun. They could make it better with a bit of Nickelodeon music. That would just make it great. But yeah, Nickelodeon Streak is my number 2, which leaves my number 1. And you probably guessed my number 1 before we even started this video. It's Icon. I absolutely love riding Icon. That bit of music and the under the breath Icon when you're in the queue, when you're going into the station, is brilliant. It's got a really cool station as well where they load the trains on, so like the whole station platform moves back and then they load the next one. That's really cool. A lap bar restraint, even though it goes upside down, which is freeing really, because you launch and then you go straight over that, and if you're not holding on, you will get so much airtime on Icon. It is just a lot of fun. I'm not sure how many inversions are on there, but there's a few, and there's 2 launches. The second launch I don't really notice, but the first one you definitely do, and it is just so much fun. It is one of my favourite roller coasters that I've ridden, full stop, in the world. Icon at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Those are my top 5 roller coasters at Blackpool. Tell me what your favourite ride is and roller coaster is at Blackpool Pleasure Beach, and we'll be back there soon to record another vlog, because as soon as it's open, we're going. So keep making memories, everyone. I'll catch you later.